Another brilliant game just took place in Premier League where Arsenal hosted Manchester United at their home stadium, which Arsenal won the game by the scoreline of 3-2. Now let's see what did Arsenal really do in this game. So without wasting of time, let's get started. Before starting the video, let's focus on what Arsenal really focused on this match. That is high pressing, one-on-one situation and defensive duty. While Arsenal were in position, they used this shape and Manchester United while defending, instead of keeping their wingers wide, they were tucked inside and were ready to press Arsenal centre back. And whenever Arsenal were using this shape, Manchester United were comfortable as Bruno and McTominay would mark their double pivots, or we could see Christian Eriksen and McTominay movements between two of them. But most often Christian Eriksen will stay deep on Martin Odegaard. But as we know that Arsenal are well driven force, so they quickly adapted. Now Ben White, Saliba and Maguire formed a back three kind of a form. So they could find, and Xhaka moved into the half spaces alongside Odegaard, and Zinchenko drift inside as a double pivot to form a double pivot alongside Partey. Now Arsenal main focus was to isolate Manchester United fullbacks 1v1 situation. As you can see here, Ben White, Saliba and Maguire has formed Arsenal back three, and Zinchenko has come inside to form a double pivot alongside Thomas Partey. Odegaard and Xhaka has formed number 8 and are occupying half spaces for Arsenal. For Manchester United, as you can see, their front three, Rashford, Bruno and Anthony, are closer together instead of staying wide, and they are ready to press the centre backs of Arsenal. Zinchenko was very important in this match because he was dictating the match for Arsenal, and this create helped Arsenal to create a front five against Manchester United. Since Zinchenko has dropped to form a double pivot alongside Partey, Xhaka would usually drop deep in this space open, and it will be difficult for Manchester United centre back to come forward and mark Saka because he was in the midfield. So now Saka could drive the ball into the open spaces. This would create Varane to step on Mark Saka and would isolate Martinelli with Aaron Wan-Bissaka 1v1, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka did a great job, so they did not had much success in this form. Another thing was that if Saka drive with the ball, then if Aaron Wan-Bissaka will step on Mark over him, and Martinelli was usually free on side, but he did not have much success in it. As you can see here, Zinchenko and Thomas Partey are forming a double pivot for Arsenal, and Granit Xhaka has drifted wide in the half spaces. Now he can receive and run with the ball or put dangerous crosses. Now here you can see if Aaron Wan-Bissaka is aggressive and marking Granit Xhaka, and that has left Martinelli open, and he is in a lot of space, but he could not take much advantages of it. Now this move would have been better if Odegaard have make a run in the half spaces created by their players. It would have been a brilliant move. But This shape of Manchester United was helping them whenever there were high turns, meaning if Arsenal would move their midfield towards a wide side. So Manchester United midfield also would move alongside with them. But Zinchenko, due to their Manchester United high wingers, narrow and high wingers, Zinchenko was a lot on finding himself in a lot of spaces, either to drive with the ball, to put an early cross, or make a dangerous pass from here. On the right hand side, Arsenal were finding success 1v1 with Bukayo Saka, as Luke Shaw would not man mark him high, so it allowed Saka to drive towards Shaw, and due to the great presence of Odegaard helping him 2v1 situation, Manchester United were very concerned that they will create 2v1s against Shaw, so they will provide a support from Christian Eriksen to mark Odegaard, so Arsenal could have barely success in 2v1 kind of a situation. But they were successful 1v1 because Bukayo Saka is very good 1v1 than Martinelli. Now let's see what Manchester United did in position in this game. From the goal kick, Manchester United were looking to build up short, but due to the high press of Arsenal, they were having barely success as Nketiah and Bukayo Saka would be ready to mark both the centre backs of Manchester United, Varane and Lisandro Martinez. So if Lisandro Martinez will have the ball and if he passes the ball to Shaw, then Ben White will be very aggressive on Luke Shaw. Now over here, as you can see, Manchester United are trying to build short, but due to an effective press of Arsenal, they were not able to build up. As you can see, Nketiah is running toward David De Gea. Saka is marking Martinez, and Ben White is ready to pounce on Luke Shaw as David De Gea made him fast. But Manchester United were finding different ways to break Arsenal high press and effective press, but they were not so successful. One of the thing was that either Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, or Wout Weghorst would drop into the space left by Ben White, but due to an effective pressing of Arsenal, they were still not finding any solution to break this pass. So Arsenal were really pressing really good. Now over here you can see Luke Shaw has the ball and Christian Eriksen has dropped deep, meaning in the spaces to receive the ball, but he could not make anything out of it because of really good and effective Arsenal press. Here is another example that Wout Weghorst has dropped deep into the gap left by Ben White to receive the ball, but he could not do much out of it. But in position, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, and Varane used to form a back three of Manchester United, while Scott McTominay and Christian Eriksen will take a double pivot, and Bukayo Saka will be very aggressive, and it was his responsibility to give the width, while Anthony would cut inside and allow the half spaces. So Arsenal were defending in a 4-4-2 formation with Odegaard and Nketiah will sit deep on Manchester United double pivot, while Rashford will give the width. Bruno will activate as a number 10 and Weghorst as a center forward. Over here you can see the back three of Manchester United formed by Lisandro Martinez, Varane and Luke Shaw. And Aaron Bissaka was aggressive in giving the width and Anthony has cut inside. Here you can see the double pivot of Manchester United, Christian Eriksen and Diogo Dalot. And they are being marked by Arsenal forwards Nketiah and Odegaard. And in while defending, Arsenal, as you can see here, has formed 4-4-2 kind of a formation using Saka, Xhaka, Thomas Partey and Martinelli into the midfield and form 4-4-2 to defend against Manchester United. Arsenal wingers were given duty to mark fullbacks of Manchester United. Usually, if anyone Big Saka will give the beat, but he was not having a great success against 1v1 what we saw against Martinelli. So, Anthony and Bisaka would switch position. Both Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Anthony did not have great success in 1v1 as we saw with Zinchenko, and later on when for Arsenal Tomiyasu came on, they had a great success for 1v1s against Manchester United, and Manchester United both Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Anthony did not have so great 1v1s with Arsenal. Only Rashford were having some success against Arsenal defense. Now one more thing that Arsenal did good is defending, especially Marcus Rashford, as he has been outlet for many attacking outlet for Manchester United, and he has been. Now I want to see you Ben White on marking Rashford. Anthony has a it was a loose ball, so Anthony is on the ball. Weghorst had made an early run and he has pulled the attention of Mega Highs. Now you can see that Anthony has the ball and he is waiting to make a switch, but he cannot make a switch to Marcus Rashford because Ben White has really covered him well. So the defensive role that Arsenal were given, they did it really well and they were aware of the great threat of Rashford. Now this would move have been successful if Christian Eriksen would have made the run in the half spaces and he would drag Ben White out of position, then Anthony could make a switch. So guys, that's it for me. Then if you like my video, please give it a like and do consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and let me know in comment down below what do you think about this game, and please share this video. Thank you for watching. Until next time, peace out.